Good morning, good evening, good night. This is Anna24, and I'm bringing you a video about how to, cull the herds to get 5 stars. So in this video, you see right here, I basically found a herd of mule deer, and the best way that I found to guarantee 4s and 5s, I'm not guarantee them, but give you the chances of there being 4s and 5s a better chance, is to basically kill the deer that are, lower stars, bad gene pools, so they don't breed. This buck right here is I believe it was a 2-star mature. So he's not going to get much better, maybe a 3-star. But in this case, I don't want 2 or 3s breeding. If y'all stick around to the end of the video, I will tell you a sure way of at least being able to tell which deer to kill when they're young. It's a little more challenging, and sometimes it's harder to tell which one to kill off. Sometimes you just want to wait till they're adults. In that case, you can, but then it also gives them more time to, spread their genes. So here I am just tracking this buck down. When you kill off... So what happens when you kill off a buck that's lower genetic, or a doe, there's a chance it brings in another buck. If you kill a buck and there's like a max amount of doe in the herd, then it will end up basically bringing in a buck. Now, depending on what the genetics are in that herd, it's basically going to be a young buck, and it's going to be acting as if it was bred from the other bucks that are there. So if you have young or low genetic bucks or bear or whatever you're hunting, then they will end up causing to have worse offspring. So here you see it was a mature 2-star trophy rating. It's really not a bad looking mule deer for a 2-star. Has a 70% genetic pool. But let's go back right here. You can see right here 70%, 70.42%. Not horrible. That's why you'll see in a minute it doesn't look that bad of a buck. But you really want it to be in the high 80s, more really in the lower 90s to high 90s. High 90s is going to give you a 5-star most likely. And I've noticed lower 90s, even high 80s, like 88, can still produce a 4-star. We'll continue on with this video. You can tell the right antler is slightly smaller, just a little bit, and that's what made it a 2-star. So here's a video. This is an adult, so it's not young, but it's not that old of an adult. I've seen a couple youngs that are this size, if not bigger sometimes. If you look closely, it's kind of hard to tell. My crosshair is in the way. That right antler is smaller than the left. Now this is going to show up on young bucks too. Not when they're like a day or two old. When they're getting a little closer to adult, they'll start getting, their antlers will grow. If you see a young buck, and this is how you tell if you just need to kill off the young buck at the beginning of its life cycle, basically, so it doesn't genetically downgrade the rest of your herd when it makes more bucks. If you see a horn or an antler that is smaller or shaped funny, just off, like this one, it's more rounded, kind of curves in like that. This one's a little taller and just bigger. Then that is going to be poor genetics. They're not even. They're you want more symmetrical horns. So, and this one's really quite a bit smaller. That's how you can tell with a young buck that you want to take it out. So you can really tell when it's walking around here, like it's really just not symmetrical at all. It's a pretty low genetic. You'll see in a minute here what its gene pool is and what genetic number it gives it to have basically a pretty bad rack like that one had. The genes are the biggest part. So of trying to get 5 stars, even 4s. I've killed 1 4 and it was giant and looked amazing. I for sure thought it was a 5. I didn't scan it. It was too far away. I didn't scan it to be able to tell what it actually was, and I took it out. It wasn't mature, but it probably had another day. Might have been able to reach a 5. It was a low 90% rating. So here's the shot. It ran pretty far for that shot through the front of the heart. But if you look right here, it's a 54.91% genetic pool. It was an adult, but I don't think it's not very old of an adult. I've seen youngs with antlers this size, at least the size of the right tine, but still, like, they're pretty obvious when they're this low of a genetic pool. I've killed a few that were like 30%, and they were real young, had like a little spike or like 2 horns coming out basically, and the other side had like 3, and I was like, okay, I gotta get rid of that one. It's not going to be a good one. And it ended up being, I think, like 34% genetic pool, so I was happy I got rid of that one. You'll see right here how bad it was. This is 4 points, and this is 3. This dog catcher's quite a bit longer over here, but besides that, it just wasn't that good of a deer. I was using I don't remember what gun I used, but didn't lose much meat. That 300, I noticed, it's too much gun. It ended up wiping out. You'll lose like 40 pounds of meat to sell, and so that is one thing. You don't want to use overpowered weapons for smaller game or medium-sized game like mule deer or whitetail. You want to use the gun that's appropriate for their size. But yeah, so that's how you can basically guarantee that you'll buff your herds up and make their genetic pools higher. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and you know, I appreciate everyone watching this far into the video. Leave a comment down below if there's any more questions you have or any videos you'd like me to make, and let me know how your hunting journey has been going. I appreciate everyone. Have a good morning, good evening, good night. Peace out.